Welcome to the Appliance Educator Podcast, presented by ZLINE Kitchen and Bath, attainable luxury designed in Lake Tahoe. Today we welcome back Appliance brother Matt, who recently had the privilege of competing in the ZLINE Chef Challenge against Chef Mark Estee. Welcome back to the Appliance Educator Podcast. We have a super fun episode lined up today. I'm joined with our two appliance educators, Grunk and Grime themselves. Nick's here joining us. Nick, how you doing today? Great. Maddie, how are you doing today?
Doing fantastic.
Awesome. We're also joined by a very special guest, someone close to the crew on the podcast here, Chef Mark Estee. Mark, thanks for joining us.
I'm so honored to be in the room here. And Nick, thanks for the silent thumbs up. There's a podcast, son. We can't hear you. So.
Yeah, exactly. But we can confirm he did raise his thumb.
He did give thumbs up.
Yes. So, guys, we got something really fun planned today. Our very own appliance educator, Matt, actually participated in the ZLINE Chef Challenge recently against our local resident culinary luminary, I think is the term I like to use for Mark. And they had pretty much a kitchen battle. And so we're going to do something really fun today. We're actually going to give you guys the exclusive behind-the-scenes commentary as we do a watch-through on the Chef Challenge. So all sorts of fun tidbits. You can go check out the Chef Challenge. It's going to be on the ZLINE Kitchen and Bath YouTube page. But all the great little tidbits and the extra behind-the-scenes and thoughts and emotions are all going to be shared here on the podcast today. So without further ado, I think we're going to get right into it, guys, and just share everything you were thinking and feeling as the magic unfolded before the camera. Welcome to the ZLINE Chef Challenge. Today, we're in the beautiful ZLINE Kitchen studio where our competitors will be preparing the classic American dish, and one will come out on top as the ZLINE Chef Challenge champion. Yeah, and they really call that doing your best when you don't have a script.
You did really good, dude.
Wait, how are we supposed to beat that is the question.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. This is your first time seeing it too, Mark, right? You have
This is the first I've seen it. I was doing it when I was kind of half asleep, so it was pretty cool to actually be watching it
Introducing
now.
our first competitor is Matthew Biandi. You might recognize him from the Appliance Educator YouTube channel,
I was so
as well
nervous.
as ZLINE installation and product support videos.
I was like, what the
Matthew
hell
is an avid
did he get
home
himself
chef
into?
and a
Well, you
lover
look,
of food.
Matt, you look
Welcome,
like a
Matt.
chef.
Great to have you here.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Imposing
How do you feel about
figure.
today?
Imposing
Feel
figure.
pretty
The
good.
beard and the chef couldn't help, I
A little
think.
The beard and the
nervous,
chef.
a little excited, and just stoked to be
And
here.
that hair.
How'd you end up here? Yes.
It's a great question. I love home food. I love cooking, and I think my mouth might
I
have
love
ran
home
a little
food
bit too
too.
much. And I
I'm just saying words.
and one thing led to another, and here I am.
What are you
Yeah,
feeling
my
at this point,
mouth
Matt,
is
when it's like
blown
actually
good luck out there
happening?
today. Sounds
Oh, I'm
like
just
you'll
like,
need it.
I'm like actually in it right now.
I
This is
will
like,
for
I can't
sure.
turn around and go back. Like, I got to show up.
You're like, this sounded good after a few whiskeys in the whiskey den.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
Introducing our
Yeah.
next
But
challenge
now we're here, and I was like,
is
oh.
Chef Mark Estee. Not only is he a luminary in the Reno Tahoe
see,
food scene,
luminary.
he's also
Yes,
a
yes.
ZLINE brand ambassador. Mark believes in locally sourced quality ingredients and building a community around delicious and healthy food. Welcome, Chef.
Hey, thanks for having me, Drew. Appreciate it. Really excited to be here.
What do you got planned for today?
I don't know. I want to see what these ingredients are. I'm going to have a great time. Matt is a wonderful guy with even better hair. I'm looking forward to everything when I cook.
Excellent, Chef.
Appreciate
Well,
the
good luck
compliment.
today.
Thank you. I'm going to need it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you at that time, I'm nervous because I got nothing. Matt's got nothing to lose. I got everything on the line there. So
Right.
if he beats me, I mean, I'm probably going to be,
Introducing our panel of
God knows
judges
what my
for
job's
today's
gonna be at that
I
competition.
pretty much have nothing to lose, and you have
Galen
like nothing to gain.
CMO
Yeah.
of ZLINE Kitchen
Well,
and Bath. Galen is a husband,
I
father,
just
athlete,
going for the
and an executive
admiration
who
of Galen.
loves food and is always looking
as
for
we
that
all
next
are.
amazing
Yeah.
active lifestyle. Welcome, Galen. Thank you, Drew. Our next judge on the panel is Britt Johnson. She's the executive director of ZLINE Kitchen and Bath.
Really the
and she
Padme
embodies
Lakshmi of
the
our
motto
Yeah.
of
production.
sustainable
Do you remember what you said
Britt
She's
is
a
going to
badass.
bring her
at
laser
this moment when we were
attention
in
to
the kitchen? What you
detail
said
in
here?
judging
You're just
today's
like, talk about a rose
competition.
between two
Welcome,
thorns.
Our first judge joining us today is Michael Tregash.
Oh, if anyone-
Reno Yelp community
if you needed someone to
manager
professionally
and the man who
judge
has his
something,
fingers
Britt
on the
is
pulse
my
of the
pick.
Reno food scene.
From this,
Tregash is a great guy.
Thank
Tregash knows
All right,
food.
judges,
He
welcome.
tells like
What are you
he's not
looking
afraid
for
to tell
in
me to
today's
go shove it. So
I think
I was
for me,
like a
I'm
little bit
stomach
nervous
first,
because I was thinking to
and then
myself,
performance,
well, Galen's my
everything
boy,
else later.
Yeah.
and
Going
Britt
all
was
about
going to go
the
either way. She was going to tell the truth, and
And
then
you,
Tregash
Britt?
was going to rip me up if he
You
got
know,
the
Drew,
chance. That
they
was my
say
thought.
that you
Had
eat
you
with
crossed
your
paths
eyes
with-
first.
Oh,
and
we've
then
known
with
each other
your
for 20
feet.
years.
So
Yeah,
I'm
he talked about
today.
Excellent. And
he
Michael,
talked a little bit about how we met each other.
I see a couple
I
of
talked-
beautiful pieces of meat in that kitchen. And
Oh.
I want to see what these chefs are going to do with them.
He's having some fun.
For today's competition, our two competitors will be making the classic American meal. salad, steak, and potatoes.
I was just
featuring
so
their
glad I
selection
didn't
of
wreck all
any of
that
these
stuff
Right?
pulling that
ingredients
sheet.
available.
I
Did
was
good,
like,
man.
it's a
They
good
will have
take.
30 minutes
Good
to have their
reveal.
salad course prepared, and in the full 60 minutes, they'll need to plate their dinner for our judges.
Some great
Classic steak and
With that,
potatoes.
let's put
Classic
60 minutes on the
salad
clock.
steak and potatoes.
chef.
At this point, I started
Let's
to say,
go.
"What's your dish going to be? What are you thinking?"
I'm just thinking,
Hey, you know, I think
what the hell am I doing here?
pandemic really brought out the rise of
No, you knew because now,
No.
looking back on it now, you're like, you had your first dish planned.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I know what I'm gonna do.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
it was
try
kind
to-
of you came out strong.
Yeah.
You kind of woke the beast.
I should have written it all down because I focused so much on that first dish
Yeah.
that I neglected.
Yeah, you just
I
were
mean-
thinking you were doing the sprint. You forgot it was a marathon.
Yep.
No, I saw Mark dive in and take some notes
Yeah.
too. Like he
Well,
was,
let's talk about
he
the
was
elephant in
planning.
the room.
Looking back on
We
this too, like
have
yeah, you
Mark
started on
Estee,
your
probably the
entree.
most
You're
famous
writing
chef
down notes
in
to like kind of come up with a
Nevada,
plan,
sure.
which is so smart.
Top three.
And some, I've done this for I do this for a living, and
Right.
you did a great job. And when I saw you moving and I saw that coming together, I started to move a little bit more. And I started to pull a little bit more out of the old two bag of tricks.
Throughout
you.
the last couple of years, and it earned him a spot in this kitchen today.
Yes.
And I'm excited to see what they can do in this ZLINE kitchen. Just
Michael
watching
seems
how
so
they
ready
cut,
for
you know,
this.
you
His
can see
comments
the
are like an
Executive
Iron Chef.
Chef,
Which
Mark
is
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This is not his first time.
I mean, he eats professionally, right? With the Yelp,
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not a chef, so I have to focus on everything I do. Every cut I make.
Yeah, I was really quiet because I was like, I want to banter, but I'm just like, I want to make sure I don't cut myself and make sure I make good
So,
food.
oh, I could definitely feel the energy of like
Quite a
I'm
big spread here,
bothering you
some
both when I was
carrots.
trying to jump in and talk to you. Like,
the cornichon, the capers. So
Now
dish I'm
listening
gonna
to you,
make
just so you
now,
know,
one I've made
listening to
couple
what he's doing, I'm like,
times.
oh, he's making a
Usually like to
tartare.
save it for when I have like a day
carrot
when I'm cooking
tartare.
first time, 'cause it-
This
it
sounds
looks
like a
complicated,
plant.
but it's pretty
It's
easy.
almost redundant too,
Closing
like
rate?
because carrots are already raw.
Very good closing rate.
No, it's good. It was a good dish. It was a great dish.
It's
Actually, I might steal
it's
it.
basically making a tartare, but using carrots instead of ground beef.
Oh, delicious.
And
Okay.
so
And then we're gonna
carrots
do.
as
I
a
don't
layer.
know.
I'm gonna do avocado as a base, basically a bed of avocado.
Well, I was gonna
Not
do,
wrong.
yeah, I was gonna do like a version of steak frites, but I was gonna do crisscross
We were
fries.
talking about those.
Yeah.
Yeah, crisscross fries. I was like,
Raw egg.
gaufrettes.
Egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Gotta
couldn't
get a
find
little mandolin for
pasteurized
that.
eggs,
I'm
so
gonna
I
get you one
actually pasteurize an egg
for a
here,
birthday
so I can use
present.
it raw.
Awesome. When's your birthday?
Which basically
March
makes
28th.
Oh, perfect.
slightly
Mary's.
cooking it for
Yeah,
3 minutes,
okay, cool.
not a boil.
Make long walks on the beach.
to make it edible as a raw egg.
Great tip
Stirring
for
it.
chefs at home. Yeah, and so you're going to be bringing a
But man, I gotta tell you, the one thing that kitchen looks so good in this. This it's not necessarily set up for this.
I might wanna-
The way the equipment works
Good
and the
luck.
way the
Thank
team
you,
put it
thank you.
together. It's actually
All right,
quite
chef,
comfortable to
take me
work
through
in.
It
what
was,
you're
yeah.
preparing
You
for
know,
the first
God, I
course.
look good.
Pasteurize an
I
egg.
mean, I got a little tan going there. Was like,
You do.
I was working outside or something.
I here am going to
Look
do
at, see, there's my
You
notes.
are.
I
You look, yeah.
swab per se. Okay, so
was wearing my
I'm gonna have a
orange
little bit of
glasses.
egg. I'm going to try to really take the challenge.
Yeah,
of
you have your red
using
ones
all the
on.
ingredients
It
was
as
on
many
brand.
sauces I see
Yeah,
out here.
it was.
So I'm going to have an egg on there. I'm going to have some roasted peppers and roasted carrots. I'm going to make a little carrot top garnish. We're going to use some lettuce because it is a salad.
Look at you.
And a
He's
sauce,
looking at me like, what
a
the
mixture
Christ
of
is he
avocado,
saying?
No, I'm like, oh, this dude's about to walk me through the whole menu right now. Like,
And he's like, I'm gonna cut this shallot up.
I was just like, I'm so screwed.
yeah, Matt's chopping an onion. Like, what?
Then we'll pop off steak ready here. So
I'm like, I should have said, Drew's gonna be a
cap that
test.
off,
What do you
a
think?
little demi-glace,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
dude.
demiglace.
and a shaved salad.
I mean, I didn't have any coffee.
Sounds like you're ready, chef.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah, I'm like, hey man, it's good work.
It might be the most
Did you catch all that, Biandi?
Yeah, I'm just like, I said a lot of things I don't know.
I already got shit coming out of the oven. I'm cooking away. He's chopping the
Olive
onion.
here, the cannibal
I got
luxury
like busy.
all the things we need ready to rock and roll. We gotta
This fucking onions be chopped so good.
It's going great.
Let's just get off there, right? That's kind of the thought
Fantastic,
process.
chef. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Based on all these cameras
We're
too,
almost
talking
starting to
about
come
the
out of the
kitchen, like
kitchen
that's
here.
some of the
Fresh
most
thyme,
planning we
I
had to do
smell.
for this. Is just
Wonder
like
if
how are we gonna shoot? Like how are we gonna stage all
Yeah, the
this?
team did
Demi-glace
amazing.
started over there. It seems like
I think I took a bathroom break at that point.
Nice hot pan.
You're like, I'm ahead. I got a few minutes to burn.
oh, look at that.
I was thinking to myself too, is one of the things I learned in these challenges is to use as many ingredients as you can.
Yeah.
Sometimes judges really get a lot of that, and plus I like the challenges.
Because you're on Chopped, right?
Need 30 minutes.
No,
A salad.
guys' grocery games.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
It's hard.
How would you rate the two experiences? Our setup versus.
Z-Line blows it
he's,
away.
he's back.
Wow.
I believe
Are you just saying
tartare
that?
is formed. Carrots going in the bowl. Oh, look at that.
I did win 20K on the
Put a little
guys'
shallot
grocery
and some
games.
crunch in
thank you.
there. And
It was fun.
I didn't see
No
the egg
stress.
going yet, maybe.
But this kitchen does look really nice. It was fun to work in too. 'Cause there's enough space.
Egg is in.
I felt bad having the RA60 because I was like, I'm not. There's no way I can use every burner on this. And
Nobody's getting salmonella on my watch. Yeah, it's really important for us.
You were gonna get
That's all I
like
care about
10
with
pans going,
I can
yeah,
say
just
all this
boiling
stuff.
water. And
butter and just yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
15 minutes, chef. 15 minutes until your salads are to be plated.
Thank you.
All right, Matt.
Yeah, like
we're
looking
about
at your
halfway through
station
the first
versus
round. How
mine,
are
you can
things
tell I'm
looking
like,
on
I
your
love to cook, but I was like, I'm not
So we
trained.
have 15 minutes left. I think I'll be wrapping up just in time.
That's right there. I would have put that through knife through my hand. You know, like sometimes you
on
gotta
a
be
bed of
careful. With those
avocado.
things.
Yeah.
And then just really getting the shape down and plating it right is what I have to work on now. So.
If there's anything I can do right, it's cutting an avocado.
Yeah,
Chef,
Mark's
we're about
working.
halfway
Look at
through
that.
the
It's
first
got
round.
the
How are
griddle
things
top going.
looking?
Oh,
and
I'm
the
loving
burner.
this over here. I'm really enjoying working with Matt. He's a professional over there.
I'm just being quiet, trying to
Really
keep busy.
excited. I've worked with him a few times when he's behind the camera, and I have to say, he's pretty darn good in front of the camera too. In
Oh,
essence,
look at that. See?
he's
I'll cut those
taken on
brown.
this
I got
challenge.
Yeah. No, he's a classy
Stepped
competitor.
in.
Yeah,
Mark.
very
He's
classy.
always
He's here to have
building
some
you up.
fun.
Yep.
He's here to kind of show off. I understand it that this is a dish he would make for a date, and he's single right now. So if anyone out there is looking for a date, Matt is 100%
I mean,
available.
Michael looked kind of excited.
That's replicate that there.
Yeah, Michael
Okay.
did look excited. A little
That's
too
a
much.
doable thing,
He's
right?
excited
And,
about those pieces of meat.
I know if you're asking,
He was,
sorry,
yeah.
I'm taking.
You heard Matt was saying.
Otherwise, we are.
And that
having
hair
a lot
that
of
I
fun
got.
over here.
Yeah, and it looks like you got multiple burners going right away, and you're kind of diving into everything. So
This is how we do it, really. So
This music in the
the
background, just in my
idea
hair,
is
is just in the
that kinda
thing.
keep
Like,
things going. I'm grilling up the
oh,
lettuces.
is that music for
I
the
got my
show?
No, that's
eggs
all.
over here.
Oh, it's
Yep.
good. I
I'm
like
looking
it.
here. I'm looking at the second course right now, so I'm already on my.
Yeah, so here's where we can kind of see Mark's like, I'm looking at round two.
Fantastic,
Pretty much, I got my salad.
Well, I'll leave you to it. Good luck. Thank,
Thank you, sir.
All right, judges, we've seen quite a bit of action going on. Anything you're
I'm just gonna
picking
use
up on over
every
there?
minute I can to make this
I'm
salad.
just seeing Mark moving and grooving. I see Matt working on this.
And he's like,
tartare.
oh, this is
Judges
another
and I have
thing?
been talking about tartare. We did not know that you could do that with vegetables, but I guess it's an interesting choice.
What I want to do
We're
next time
excited
is
to
like
see
actually
how that
blacken a
turns
few
out.
carrots
It's a high
and then
risk.
throw them into the.
And,
So you can have a couple raw, some
I think
blackened.
high
Adds
reward
that
in this-
umami flavor to it.
Oh,
I think that'd be
Britt,
great.
anything
Yeah.
you're seeing over there?
I'm seeing
tried to
Mark doing
repeat
a
the same
lot
dish,
more
just
than
saying.
Matt.
Yeah.
So I'm,
Okay.
but I'm rooting for the underdog here.
Yeah.
They put a little
rooting for
porcini
Matt.
powder in there.
Excellent, excellent.
Oh,
Michael, anything you're picking
yeah.
up on in the kitchen today?
You know, I actually think Mark's playing it pretty safe. He's staying the course, and he's sticking to some classics, and Matt's stepping out of bounds.
Pissed
And
me
I'm
off.
excited to see what comes
Did it? Yeah.
I almost want.
I'm just trying to
Just
make good
noticed
commentary
that
for a
Matt's,
podcast. Play it safe. I'll show you safe.
Safe.
tartare
That's
did not
right.
hold up
That's
as he
right.
was expecting. Was he going? Oh, I missed.
No, that's how I
missed
felt
that.
when Matt was
he
even
heading
talking through his
for
plan.
it?
I'm like,
He
it's
was trying to put it in
ambitious,
that
like
extra
what you're
cover
looking at
minutes
here.
ago.
But
Oh.
you know, he said he's got a high
Wasn't
closing
holding.
rate with that
Yeah,
dish.
I forgot to
so-
put the egg in. I think
Looking at
right there
presentation.
because they said the mold didn't
Good
fit.
thing
I
more
forgot a step. I had to go back and like add something, an ingredient.
Oh.
Innovation over here.
Could
So
have,
Don't
took it,
neglect the plating,
took it.
guys.
it's interesting watching how they move, right? It's like seeing how Mark is navigating the kitchen, navigating the recipes, systematic. Seems like Maddie's like, oh, I don't want to forget this. I don't want to forget that.
Galen's like, so you
Galen's
can
just
see
taking
it.
veiled shots at you.
Would you mind? Someone in there? Someone have a little
I mean, it's kind of one of those cases where you're like, hey, your hair looks really good without having to say your hair's bad, you know, to me.
That's my sauce.
Oh, that was next level. Did you see that move? Oh.
He's a fan.
Yeah, well, he's he's our goddamn chef. He better win.
Yeah.
Oh, there was almost a salt day moment in there.
Oh.
Can't steal. He's already.
Well,
got
Mark's got that technique. He's got his 4 plates out. He's already kind of composing.
Look what he's doing with this.
I like that.
Wow.
What's our time?
Are we gonna get a dramatic countdown?
We're feeling a little close, and I'm
Britt
wondering.
was
if
born to
Matt's
be a
gonna
judge.
make it.
Oh,
Maddie's
100%.
looking like he's behind.
Yeah.
He's moving faster and faster.
Can you imagine if you
every
had to go in
minute.
front of her?
Now
in
let's
court?
see. I want to
So
let's
what
see if
kind
we
of
can see. I
plate
forgot a
here for ya?
potato
Little
here.
take on a nice
My
sauce.
eggs square.
Oh yeah,
Now,
let's
everyone knows
look
the
in
sauce.
Or
closer.
was I
This has
sabotaged?
got everything but the tuna.
Can you make it full screen?
Fish comes from the form of the anchovy, so it's potatoes and olives, and have to say a perfectly cooked egg in a really fly scenario.
That egg is
Getting
so
these
sweet.
boiled
That's
eggs
my
there.
feeling.
Yeah.
I think that
I don't
front
know how
right
you
one
pull
is missing.
something
a
like that
potato.
together.
Maybe it was the one that was gonna be photographed,
I think
and then that got served.
that,
by accident.
yeah.
This is what makes
No,
one
no,
of the
no.
best
What am I
chefs in the
fault?
country.
Front right has no
Stuff like
potato
this,
at this
you know,
point.
he's able to connect.
Oh, you have eyes on
food
it.
in a
Let's
way
see.
that
Oh,
I've
yep,
never
you can
seen.
see.
Oh, yeah. Right?
Because even look at the composition on your plate, chef. You can see there you have like a plan. It's not
Someone
just
calls that safe.
Chef, 3 minutes.
Right. I think the opposite is true. I was playing it safe. You're going.
Well, you cook the dish you used to.
Yeah.
seal the deal.
Penny dropper.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the rock where it's good.
It's coming down to.
Yeah, Dre's done a phenomenal job with this. This version isn't completely done, but good work, man.
Would you fry up some of it?
1 minute.
Crispy?
Mine are
Crispy?
done.
The top of the carrots, I threw them back
Did
in
you,
some
did
oil.
you? Is that a new thing you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you heard me say crispy carrot tops. Didn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
I saw you. I saw
And then-
you categorize that.
yeah.
It's good.
All right.
Try to bring that
Makes
back
me
Into
around.
our final
Makes me
few
happy, makes me
seconds in the
happy.
first round.
You adjusted. You made something
Matt's
new. Good job.
preparing his last dish.
And then after
here.
that, gave me the idea of like blackening
Coming to
carrot.
the
and,
countdown, we've
trying to
got
mix that in there.
10,
To add more of that flavor.
9,
Oh, big time.
7,
The drama moment.
6,
I almost picked it up
on.
and just reused it.
The home chef style.
One wipe clean, 2 wipes.
I just use my fingers, wipe it with my fingers, and then just go back and.
Just lick it.
Yeah.
COVID schmovid.
All right.
So here I've made a salad. It's a carrot tartare.
So here I've made a salad. It's a
I was just so
carrot
stoked I
tartare.
got it right. And
So
it kept the
basically
shape.
3 of
Egg worked out.
tricolored carrots we had.
It was impressive,
ground them up
honestly,
in a
dude.
food
Like,
processor
I
to be
mean,
the
I've eaten a
consistency
lot of your
ground
cooking
beef.
before, but
Then
when
mix
didn't this
that
come together? I was
with
like,
a
oh no
seasoning
shit.
I think
he's
Britt should be
really
wearing a
good.
hairnet.
Capers, anchovies, cornichon, a little salt and pepper, and a
Just adding commentary.
Yeah,
shallot.
that's good.
Put that
Mark.
on a bed of
We'll keep that in. for sure.
loosely diced avocado and lemon juice.
We'll probably isolate that and just
Very
send
nice,
it to the
chef.
audio.
What is this crispy top part?
Oh, those are the tops of the
like, you
carrots. I
lose
cut the
next
tops
time.
of the carrots and then fry them a little bit put them on
Should
top,
make
just
sure
to
I
bring the
lose.
carrot back around.
I wonder if he heard us.
If you stood up, if you thought of Michael's yelp backwards, it
Nice
looks like
touch
help.
nonetheless. Well done, chef. Please enjoy.
It's pretty, I will say.
It sure does have all of the hallmarks of a steak tartare. It does.
There was
I
no
really
Worcestershire in
taste
it.
the anchovy and Worcestershire. It's a little
Nailed it.
overpowering.
I taste mustard.
But I did overseason it because
Little
I tasted it and I
I
think I
think
put
he
more
was just
salt and
trying
then
to
didn't
keep
taste it again. And
to stay
Did you have
together, like you
cornichons,
had
capers?
mentioned, and
Capers,
that's why it's heavy
For
on
the
the
glue.
mustard.
yep, cornichon.
I think there's a bit.
Lemon
too much
juice?
salt in
I
there.
did. I could put more lemon juice to kind of cut back. I think on that salt.
I wonder if you overspiced it. Because Maddie's hallmark is just like really even spices, not too salty. I think he did.
I was impressed with
too
it,
much,
honestly. Tasting
Nice.
the dish, I was like, this is really
you
good.
what,
I
it
would
was
definitely eat this one.
Pretty easy to make. I took my time with it for sure.
it good?
Half an hour.
I mean, that's a classic steakhouse salad,
I'm
right?
trying to
Yeah.
navigate one of those.
I didn't have a ring mold, so I used a measuring cup.
Yeah, I
Like
saw
bent the
that.
handle
Yeah.
back.
You're right.
Pretty good.
It's a slight char. It's like we were talking about with the carrots. It's a little too sweet, a little too bright. Play it down a little bit. That,
Then hearing, Michael said that
Balance.
note about it being more balanced with that crispy top
That's
carrot.
If you get everything
Nori
together.
wrap,
Yeah.
what he did.
Sometimes it's salty if you just have
Has
one
that
part, but if
texture.
you put it all together, get the perfect
Yeah.
bite.
Don't let him hear me say that.
Good.
Which you may
good
do,
Because
like-
good
Michael's
point,
right there
Mike. I'm enjoying
balancing
it a bit more
Galen.
than I was anticipating when he
He is.
casually described this dish.
Right, here you are, sir. All right,
What are you
judges,
thinking here, Mark,
esteemed
when
judges.
you're plating up for these
I'm
guys?
thinking
We have here a
that was a
salad.
pretty good
It's
salad
a
you
little
just
take
made.
on a
I wonder how
classic
it tasted.
Niçoise salad. So we have some
I wanted some.
olives, some potatoes in there, which are part of the dish today.
When I made it before in
Um,
private, I think it
a little
tasted better
avocado,
than when I made it
and
out there. Because I just
capers
over-seasoned
and
it. I was like, I don't want to
anchovies
under-season
and
it.
carrot tops
I
and
just
roasted
put
carrots and
a lot
some
more
roasted
salt in it.
I think it
peppers,
was just the
a little bit of
pressure,
cooked
too.
I think
down,
so.
Trying to
green leaf and
focus on so
romaine
many
to keep the
different things.
salad look there. And a little avocado puree with extra virgin olive oil. Tie it together, a little salt on top.
Oh, local egg.
And I hope you enjoy the nicely cooked local egg.
Yeah, I love cooking at home because it's just more
That's our take.
relaxing.
We like to try to
I could
create
never be
Trey
like
guy's
that.
looking for his potato.
Salad
This is a big
Niçoise
moment
typically
here.
is made with tuna, green beans, but this is a little bit different take on it.
Thank you, chef.
See, I
Nice-
kind
it's a
of
nice looking
veiled
salad.
shot you right there. I was kind of, there's a nice
Has
looking
greens,
salad.
has
Has
lettuce on
greens
it.
and lettuce.
Salad.
An appetizer. We're doing an appetizer course because I
Yes,
could
yeah,
easily do an
the yolks, I
appetizer.
kind of hold on to it really together. So
You know, the
gotta
classic
mix it around a
salad.
little bit, get a little bite
beef
of everything
tartare.
as you go through, get some potatoes and use the
Salad.
ingredients
It's
that are on
classic.
the
Who
list
doesn't
today.
make that?
Potatoes.
He's about to be like, hey,
Yeah, mix it around a little
Yeah.
bit.
I'm not going to
we
waste
have
the
our
judge's
first
time by explaining what
kitchen
is and is
comp,
not a salad.
Right? Right?
Oh, here he is.
Somehow.
Ooh.
Oh, so dramatic.
Oh, the face. Nice reaction.
Britt is so stoked.
Missing an
Mistake.
ingredient.
She is. Look at her. She's beaming.
Oh
Just
my
keep her
God.
hair out of her
Missing
mouth.
an ingredient.
All right, judges, you've had a bite of each chef's food. What do you think so far? Any early front runners?
I think for presentation, I'm going
What's
to have
up?
to give it to Matt. Just a little bit more creative
She's obviously
with
been
his
to your house for the
little
salad.
structure.
Excellent. So some of his
Get that out.
bold choices paid off.
Exactly, yeah.
We'll
What
isolate
do
that
you
one.
think after the first few bites?
That's good.
Well, honestly, Matthew's presentation really impressed me. I felt like it was a little oversalted, but a really impressive dish. What he did on top with
You
the
said I
carrot
didn't?
was amazing.
I never did actually.
But I'm not still with Mark Estee's presentation.
Obviously.
Yeah. Wow.
This is what I really care
Obviously,
about.
yeah.
Oh, so where does
I
she
could
work? You
eat
told
this
me.
all day.
Oh no, that's my
Michael,
ex-girlfriend.
thoughts after the first two dishes?
You
Who
know,
works
it's
over
just
at,
too close to
Pure
call
Grain
right now.
Ingredients.
That's right, yeah.
Creativity.
My friend's
and
one.
again, staying in the lane of the classics. Both excellent executions.
Yeah, my ex-wife
we're gonna
was
have to see what
she's
comes
French, and she like my
Mark did forget your potatoes.
started dating her.
Oh,
She like showed me
there
how to
was
actually
that
make
too.
food without like
I'm missing
looking up
the
recipes and stuff.
ingredients.
'Cause I never learned how to actually make food for
Let's just see
myself.
what happens.
Absolutely.
When I was like when I moved out of my parents' house, I just used the Hungry Man
Mark's
meals.
gonna need to bring it on this next
It
dish.
was terrible, like $5 meals for food made last year.
Oh, this is a
All right,
shot
Matt, you've got
right
about
here.
20 minutes left.
Okay,
How are
this
things
is-
looking on your end?
Probably.
Oh, I like
Looking pretty good.
I like the blur into
put it in the oven. I got my steak. I'm actually.
What are you feeling now, Matt, that you kind of realize, like, okay, now I've got about
He's got him on the
30 minutes to
ropes.
start.
Yeah, I was like, I was pretty confident with the steak. I love cooking steak, so I can cook the steak perfectly to how I want it. But the fries, I was a little worried about. I was like, I haven't done these under pressure. The crisp cut fries,
Okay, I like it playing close to the chest.
like those the accordion fries. I was gonna.
Chef Estee.
Well, and for like the
Oh,
tension we're trying to build with competition here too, like having you kind of get a leg up in round one
Yeah.
is kind of a surprise. It was good. I think it brought the best out of Mark too.
Oh yeah. When we were plating these dishes, I put my little undercooked potatoes down and then put the meat and looked up at Mark with him just like a surgeon. And I was like, what am I doing?
No, when I looked over at Mark's station towards the end of this round, and he's like, I could see, he's like composing like a taster's plate.
Yeah.
He's got several different things.
It was
going on
really
there.
impressive.
Really great. Yeah.
I wanted to be a judge.
Oh, I was nervous at that point. I was on the ropes. I had to come back.
He came back with guns blazing.
Yeah, a haymaker punch.
Yeah.
I would say sometimes you might say that, but for me,
I just feel bad I didn't use more.
And this is where I had to take the screws to Mark a little bit and be like, so you saw what happened in round one, guy? Like, yeah.
never take it.
Did you make some fondant potatoes too?
I am impressed by
Is that what those
Matthew.
were?
I would not say I took them lightly, but I would say I'm very impressed.
Excellent. Well, I think we're ready to see that passion
Let's see what we
reflected
got.
in your final dish.
Right on.
Thanks,
you.
Chef.
Thank you.
So Mark used
Yeah,
some
looks
of the
so good,
ZLINE
all that food.
wine.
Well, is that
yeah.
boy? So
And, I saw him, was he making some other sauce?
Yeah, what were you
in
doing?
those I made demi-glace.
Okay.
And then I turned it into a hollandaise
That'll be
sauce.
really nice over that beef.
So and then I braise. Excuse me, I ended up using the wine. I used a quick braise for the. So really, you chop
Yeah, it sounds
everything
like
at the
they both have
beginning.
A few more surprises left in store for you. Mark said he's working on a few different types of potatoes, and Matt's got a few surprises he wasn't ready to share. Are you guys excited to see anything in particular? Are you looking for anything extra?
It's because I just want
He's
to
still
say.
figuring him out.
Yeah.
He was
I don't want
like,
to say. I'm just gonna use steak and potatoes.
I gotta make something else. Surprise!
Britt, how about you?
I was more focused on the salad. And I was like, I can do fries and steak like nobody's
You
business.
kept talking about like getting ready to plate that. I was like, how was that salad?
I think Mark might come out on top.
And Michael.
I definitely felt like less of a chef
Round
after
one
this.
was really, really impressive, and I overheard that he's keeping it close to the best.
Yeah, like I'm listening to these guys talking, wax and wane about how awesome your thing was. I'm like, all right, mofo.
Yeah,
got
because
it,
they're
I
in
got
your
it.
ear. all
When I
time.
hear them say that, I have definitely felt imposter syndrome. I was like, I don't know about that.
You guys. Thanks,
You
Chef.
felt David syndrome.
The what?
Maddie?
The David syndrome. You're gonna take down the big guy. You're thinking to yourself, I got this.
Yeah, you did good the first one. You did pretty good, buddy.
I wasn't lying there. A little over my head.
Hey guys, Drew from the Appliance Educator Podcast here, and I just wanted to take a minute out to talk about our amazing sponsor, ZLINE Kitchen and Bath. You've heard the guests and the hosts talk about this amazing brand and all the attainable luxury that they create right here in the heart of Lake Tahoe, USA. From freestanding ranges to ventilation, dishwasher and microwave, to everything you'll need to complete your next bathroom project, ZLINE Kitchen and Bath is bringing luxury into your next project.
On that back pan right there, Mark, is that your braise? Mushrooms and wine and.
Yeah, the back was the braise. I think at that point was in the oven,
Oh, okay.
and then I just did a couple different potatoes. Those I just
Shallots.
roasted shallots and onions, and those ended up going on the plate. So shallots and onions and
Looks so
garlic.
good.
Then I had the steak with the potatoes were already cooked. This is a little move there. You see, I cooked it in a little bit of oil. Then I rested it. Now I'm making hollandaise right there. Then I rested the potatoes in.
Seasoned bet.
I rested potatoes on. I rested the steak on top of the potatoes. That's the braise right there.
So
So I
just-
started right at the beginning. That was the wine.
The potatoes like soak in that flavor.
Huh?
The potatoes like soak in that flavor.
I know,
In
like,
French, it's called a socle. If you know anyone who's French,
I don't.
not anymore.
it's
Not anymore. Yeah.
It's socle means base. So then I had that water going. What I'm doing there is I'm making a potato puree.
Barely see it. Looking for that.
So I had mashed potatoes, crispy potatoes,
I hear it.
right?
We've got some serious.
There's your steak. You had a nice steer right there.
12
Thanks.
minutes, Chef.
Did
12
you do any
minutes.
basting at some point?
Mark
I did,
kind
yeah.
of quiet over there.
Yeah, Mark's nervous. Honestly, I think he's nervous.
I think I tossed them in the oven for
potatoes is getting
like a minute and a half. Pull them back out, threw butter in, and some
Shallot.
He
and
really
some-
has stopped
some herbs.
talking.
He stopped talking. He stopped talking.
So I know,
There's
like,
there's the hollandaise
A lot of
going.
focus.
yeah, coming up here,
Yeah, they-
Britt mentioned she's like, oh, I love sauce. And it just made me wonder, did either of you change your menu based on anything the judges were saying
I was
while you were cooking?
gonna make a sauce, but I was like, I only have like half a minute,
Butter
minute
just
left.
went
I was like,
down,
I can't
pressure,
dice everything
now
up.
we're
And,
gonna see the basting.
No, I did. I was like, I have sauces planned. I'm like, good. I hope she likes sauce because I'm making a whole bunch.
Okay.
I But I will tell you this move here. I grabbed that little blender because my sexy cabbage wasn't where I wanted it to be, so I pureed the cabbage.
Into the final stretch. How are you feeling about everything?
I'm feeling all right.
I
I
was
had to
sweating.
pivot on my potatoes.
Me too.
You never take it lightly, right? What else you
Last minute
drop a
changes
plate
here
or
and there. I realized
forget
I
a
was over my
potato
head. I
or
was picking
overcook
something
the
that was a
steak
little bit
or
more
steak.
difficult to make. I was gonna try to do a take on like waffle fries,
Okay.
but given the time limit, there's no way I could have gotten that done. So I'm just doing.
That's why I come behind you right there. I'm like, I gotta puree this. Then I puree the potatoes too.
All day.
I should have thrown my
So far, but it got a little
fries in
quiet
on
over
the
here.
do a skillet with oil instead of bacon in the oven.
I got a lot of work to do. I really am impressed with Matt and his determination. I want to show good for the judges. I want
Let's
to show
keep
good
kissing
for
your
our
ass.
restaurants. I want to show good for my family.
You're just
And,
projecting.
this is no joke. Every time you come to cook.
I'm just kidding. I was impressed with what you were doing.
Dennis Green would say, you play to win.
Just kept looking over there. I was like, God
And
damn.
that's what we try to do here. That was maybe Herm Edwards, one of the two.
That's a class act. You build your competition up, so when you best them, you look even better.
This is fun for me. I get to do this for a
I learned a
living.
lot that day, Mark.
So, I mean,
Mostly how to be classy.
started cooking
I hope we're talking about.
back in like 1991.
Keep working on it. I hope we're talking about like where we have like I'll teach some people, do some teams,
Yeah,
Or
okay.
take on a few people.
And whether win or lose, I've had a good time. So I want to put my good time on a plate right now. So we're gonna get back to work.
Fantastic. Thanks, Chef. I mean, Mark
Yes,
does
I'm basting my steak over there.
Yep. You see Mark working with the mise en place too. He's always got his next face set up and ready to
And
go.
like you can tell too, you're a professional. Like your station looked like it was ready to be cooked in at again. Mine looked like a tornado had like torn it apart.
Chef, 5 minutes.
There's a good base right
He's
there.
focused. Laser focused. Mark's already
All right,
played
5
it.
minutes left. What are you guys both thinking
Look
here?
how far ahead. Look at
How is your confidence level?
I'm just like, I hope my stuff tastes good, but then I have my fries, otherwise they're undercooked.
No, I
This
think
is
that
by
might be a
potato, steak, and potato.
guys as a scallop.
Here you go, Michael.
Two types of potatoes.
Yeah, they were all thinking it's a scallop.
Yeah.
Matt, I would advise you to get some plates out. I would advise you. There they are. There they are.
That is Britt right there.
Oh,
Hey,
for sure.
I see you potentially about to screw up. Let me set you straight.
Yeah.
Here, you can tell Maddie's a little more stressed out.
I do appreciate her saying that. 'Cause
Got
it's like,
Matt
okay,
starting
yeah,
to plate.
yeah.
Okay.
Get this guy plated.
Fries,
I just didn't want to plate it because I was like, this is gonna not turn out that well.
Oh,
Nobody.
okay. So Matt's catching up.
That,
I mean, that's looking picturesque though. That plate. That's looking pretty good.
that's right there. I look up at his. I'm like, oh my god.
I will say that I love sauce.
What have I
Sauce,
done?
Condiments. I have to have it on a meal. Look at that sauce Mark Estee's putting on the plate.
Yeah, looking at your plates right now, my mouth is watering again. Like,
Whatever it
it
is.
looks
Oh,
so
yeah.
good, Mark.
Just got points
And really,
in
the
my-
whole plate, like eating some of this later, and just like having all that flavor together is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Those are. That's what see a roasted onion, roasted garlic,
Double
little pieces, little demi.
And you put the cabbage like inside the shallot.
Just gotta sprinkle some on. It was just more like a foil. It's like a little acidity balance.
Okay.
Agrodolce. I call it sexy red cabbage.
1 minute, Chef.
There's some beets in there, cooked beets.
Okay, yeah, I thought there was.
Looks like a
some beef.
Bernaise. Is that
Color.
that did look like a Bernaise. That would make sense. Over
See,
the
this is the
double
extra
boiler.
touch. I saw Mark doing this where he's like, I'm not only plated, I've got this composition, I'm going to clean these up. They're
Yeah.
presentation ready.
It's a round 2 presentation.
With the black plates, I just saw tons of fingerprints on mine. I was like,
Really?
yeah.
Uh,
Well, from when I grabbed him and put him
Chef,
down,
30 seconds.
it sounds like trying to wipe him off, and I was like, I can't.
Matt, what are you doing? You're
This is me not freaking out.
You're like, I want to make a sauce. Yeah.
When she said ketchup, I was like, don't you dare put ketchup on this steak.
15 seconds, Chef. 10.
I
Right
wanted
for the win.
That's
Yeah.
a
She
shot.
faced us all.
Yeah.
7.
Ketchup.
5. 4.
You just were ready, Matt. You're
Yeah.
like, I'm fate. It's in the
I accept
judge's
my
hands.
fate. Yeah.
Done, folks.
I've done all I can. I had to pivot from not knowing what I was going to do to.
All right, so you're plating your final dish here. What are you feeling?
So I just made a very
I just hope the
classic
steak
ribeye,
is cooked
just
the way I
standard
think it is,
sear.
and it tastes really
Off the
good.
oven with
The
some
fries
fat
are screwed.
fries. I was gonna make a sauce for the steak, but just ended up cutting it too close to time and couldn't finish it. Hopefully the steak is cooked to your liking.
Yeah, so
and
still editing the
fat
audio
fries
in this
are
part.
Done and as well to
Yeah.
your liking. Thank you.
So we've got like a medium well.
Yeah,
Does that look well?
I can't see it.
Wait till you see
We
it
have
cut
like
here.
a-
It looks.
we'll,
It's
we'll, get
pink.
we'll get the professional chef's opinion on the interior of this steak.
Dude, I definitely see some pink in there. There's medium,
It's
medium rare.
seasoned really well.
seasoned really well.
Mhm.
And it's a good cut of steak. Looks like you put a little onion on that. You guys see a little onion on that?
What'd you dress those steaks with, Matt?
It's just the butter and herbs. I did thyme, rosemary, and a little bit of sage. I threw that in with the butter and then just basted that.
So the sauce is the natural juices. It's just the natural juices. That's his sauce. He's going just.
That's how he should have presented his dish.
Yeah. When the plate landed, I was reminded of that steakhouse experience where you have to order all
That's
the
what I was
sauces
going
on the side. Like the beef should stand on its own, and it kind of does. Kind of does.
Well, I think you guys are right. Like he would have presented it like I don't think the meat
Well, Mike
needs sauce.
ended up here where he was like, oh, steak frites. I was like, you know what? That's actually the way to frame
And
this
I
dish.
feel
I was
like this would
I
be
wish I'd said that, but
amazing.
I was just like,
Well, a little compound butter would have been nice on there. You know, think about steak frites would be classically compound
What
butter,
kind of sauce
béarnaise,
did you not get?
hollandaise, and or
Right, 'cause you ran out of
like a green peppercorn, black
But
peppercorn
it's got,
sauce.
he did baste it with the French.
But then fries, you want to actually make the fries, right? So you could make
think you nailed
stovetop
the fries.
fries.
yeah.
Or in the oven fries.
I've done it in the skillet. I don't know why I put them in the oven because I was like,
Well,
I
and if
should put them in the oven and
someone's
focus
gonna
on
call
meat.
fries, they better be
But there wasn't
crispy.
enough time because I boiled the potatoes first.
He did.
Yeah. Okay, Trey Gosh.
Bits
Here
and
we go.
herbs.
Thank you, chef.
Steak and taters.
Yeah, look at that,
All
that
right.
plate.
Steam judges.
So good.
We have a little take on steak and potatoes for you here. So right in front of you at 6 o'clock, you have.
So at this
a baked
point, when you're
potato.
describing
It's,
it like
the ribeye,
what's
the
on the
inside
plate
of
like a
the ribeye.
clock,
So I take the cap
I'm
off,
just like,
and I
why am I
braise the
here?
cap. The cap's off,
What did I do?
No, this is when I knew Mark was like, all right, gloves off.
Yeah.
Like, let's
Oh, yeah.
go.
Beef potato.
Uppercutting, just jabbing.
Well, it could taste like shit.
I rested on top of this, so
Right?
juice
It could
on
taste
the
like shit.
steak.
It
Top
could.
that
It did.
first steak
I wouldn't expect that.
Yeah.
with
It doesn't look like it
hollandaise.
would.
And then up top, the braised cap is that red wine demi-glace that I made. okay?
Brett looks pretty
So
hungry
behind
right
that,
there.
we have some roasted onions.
Yeah, she's ready to eat.
About 3 different types of onions and some garlic.
Taking it all. She's like
Yeah,
listening and
green,
taking it all in
mixture
right
of
now.
vinegar and sugar with some cornichons and red cabbage. In the middle, you have an olive oil potato puree because potatoes are our condiment. And then instead of taking the mushrooms and making a sauce, I shaved the mushrooms down with chives and radish, and I just faintly wet it with some sherry vinegar.
The veins
That's gonna
popping
act
out of
like
the
a
neck.
little
He's
bit of a
fired up,
cut-through,
that
like
kid.
Oil, if you will, to kind of cut through some of the richness of the
Jesus,
dish.
still out of coronary.
And you can enjoy steak and potatoes, and hopefully you like what I did.
Thanks, Mark.
Awesome. Thank you.
I love
Get all the
clapping, don't I?
potatoes?
I did.
Hey!
Everybody has their thing. I say fantastic and excellent just pretty much in response to anything
This looks
anyone said to
incredible.
me.
I mean, just the presentation is mind blowing. It's a
He
different.
shows all the techniques of cooking, like
She's
the
really
words
smart.
I can't even remember.
Shit,
Yeah.
What blows me
I
away
mean, I
is
didn't
how
think of
did
that. I'm
he
like, yeah,
do
choose
all
all
of
yeah.
this
I just did
in
what
the
you
same
did.
amount
Like,
of
oh,
time
yeah.
that Matt
I
was
did,
only able
wanted to show the
do
techniques. Yeah.
potatoes in a tray and a steak.
I don't know.
Right? I mean, he did.
No,
5
Britt was
meals
ready.
right.
Like I
Now,
remember.
look, do you guys notice anything funny? Caitlin is gushing blood from his
That's
Yeah.
true. The behind the
He's
scenes.
got to go gushing about he cut it because he licked his knife. On the steak that was too well done.
Oh, this is good.
Green room.
It was pretty fun. What do you think you did wrong?
Well, I can tell you, on the first one, I left potatoes off the dish. Well, I made 4.
At this point, I was like, I've clearly lost, but
Either way, I left
It's fun.
potatoes off of the dish.
Throw a few jabs on your way out.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What's up with my hair?
A couple of different
I think my wife saw that. She's like, Kimberly saw that. She's like, we gotta fix your hair. You gotta get a stronger hair game going.
That's the main thing.
She did it today, by the way,
When
so-
you're cooking
Oh,
steaks,
looking
I
sharp.
literally woke up this morning at 6 and did it.
I didn't wear a hat today just for you.
Thanks. She's not wearing a visor.
Looking at
With the
you,
cover
you
over the
started
face.
right away.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's when I was like going to jump in and get everything
He's
going.
like, see,
and
what
then
I did is actually
go
planned
otherwise
for
you'll
the
have
second
that
round.
Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
And then I got pressed for time. Got pressured.
Famous mistake. Then you heard a judge say she likes sauce, so you're ready to make some sauce.
Yep.
You just kind of go. But I'll tell you what, I was pretty impressed. The first course
I like this little shoot.
was really good. It made me step up the game a little bit on the second course. I thought you did great on time. The kitchen was great. It's set up really well, and be interested to see what the judges think. I mean, just sometimes because you do more doesn't mean it always wins.
Right.
So
You're too humble.
Yeah, you feel pretty confident here, Mark.
So I am. No.
It doesn't work.
No?
They might say
I'm
it's
never
too
confident, I'll be
advantageous
honest with
and give you a loss. So.
Me, I'm just
I
like,
never
is he
feel like
fucking
it's
with me right
going
now?
well.
No.
Saying this?
All
No,
right,
but you can
judges,
ask him.
you've
30
tasted
years I've
both
been the same
dishes,
way.
You've got
That's
to see
awesome.
both chefs in
All right.
action. What are your final thoughts? Well, honestly, Drew, I was blown away with what Matt Biandi did today. He just went above and beyond what I thought he was going to be able to bring to the table. His first course was delectable. It was good, maybe a
Above
little
and
over
Biandi.
salted, but the guy just nailed it. Honestly, steak was great. I wish he would have gotten the sauce. If he would have presented everything as I was planning on having the meat speak for itself, I think he might have really
Should've
scored
just said,
better
yeah,
for me.
this isn't
I'm not
for
sure how
me.
you guys feel.
This is a prison steak
Instead, he said,
frites.
I didn't get to the sauces. And then in the meantime, we watched Mark Estee make 5 different meals. we were wondering why he was moving and grooving while Maddie was going in slow motion this whole time. And it's because he was prepping.
I'm thinking, take it easy on my boy.
Yeah,
He's
he's really putting you over
Matt is
here.
a great chef in his own right. It reminded me of the difference of French Laundry. You know, one of the best restaurants in the world, and like kind of like a random place like Burger Me. So that to me was the difference. And Mark Estee really was.
It's like I'm gonna say this guy reminds me of some world-class dining, and Matt also cooked.
I'm also very happy on it today.
He's physically here.
On the side, or when they get home from a long day at work. I'm really impressed. I think that he took the entree, the salad, but kind of flopped on the main dish. And then obviously
Dude,
Mark
absolutely
Estee,
agree
I
with
mean,
that.
he just makes
The flopping part.
like cooking on this ZLINE equipment look so flawless and just such at ease. So always impressing me, Mark Estee.
Yeah,
but
she's good. She's a pro.
both
She's
of you
good.
guys did really good today.
All right, some good feedback. And Michael, our final judge, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, out of course one in the salad round, you know, I think Matt really stepped out of the gate with a strong foot forward with that carrot tartare. Super interesting, very innovative, and all the classic flavors that you expect. And you know,
And nothing
in
like a
round
salad.
one, my salad was flawless.
Can't argue with that.
Classic potato, and it was missing. And so, you know, I'm not sure how that's going to factor into the rest of it because in round two, I'm still a little bit toss up here because Matt really got a lot of flavor
Go
out of
after
that.
yourself.
Yeah.
with
I think he's just saying that
butter and
for.
herbs, and I really enjoyed
Yeah, I
it.
think
TV
it's
sake?
the
Yeah.
judge work.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
judge
yeah,
work.
yeah,
It's an
yeah.
entree, and,
Lost all his credibility
It's going to be a tough deliberation.
We want to thank you both.
Wait, didn't you hear what Galen said?
Fantastic.
It's
effort.
French Laundry over here.
Versus Rando Roadhouse.
Judges, we're ready to hear your final decisions. Galen, we'll start with you.
Well, I think Matt did a tremendous job. I'm really proud and impressed with the job that he's done. Unfortunately,
For a random
Yeah, he did a
burger
great
joint.
job. It was a lot of fun.
And Britt.
It was.
I mean, I was sweating that day for sure.
Same.
I would have to agree. Matt, you did a really great job. But
After watching this, because I don't really get to work with her, she's freaking awesome.
Mark Estee
Cheers.
is the winner.
Yeah.
This was a really tough call. You know, Matt was an extremely innovative chef in the
Watch it,
kitchen
train
today,
wreck.
and you showed some serious ambition.
He's playing it close
trying
to
to
the-
execute
close to the
dishes
chest
that
here.
you put out there with or without the
Ripping
written
on
down
the
plan,
potatoes.
and still managed to deliver some really solid flavors as well that were very, very impressive, even without a sauce. Mark, you kept it classic and clean
Basting the steak
and
was
managed
really
to show
Thank you.
a range of technique, which is something that I've come to know about you over the years, and something that's really impressive from the
Michael was a
butchery
great
to
judge,
the
though.
execution
He
to
is.
the
Like,
hollandaise,
his notes
all the
and
way down to
insight
the
were
final plating.
What we need to add to that.
And fortunately for you,
Your basting steak was
it was
next level.
enough
Most
to
people don't do
forgive
that. It's
the
like
potato
the
that was missing
restaurants
from course
call it.
one,
Nice.
and
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to
put the
also have to give it to you,
aromatics in
Mark.
there and
Congratulations.
Well, it's a unanimous decision from our judges today. All right, chefs, we want to thank you both for competing in the first
wait a minute.
ZLINE Chef
Where's
Challenge.
my award?
Congratulations,
Like,
Chef
is there
Mark
some kind
Estee,
of?
on being our
We
first
should
winner.
create a.
Matthew, what were
You
your
should
thoughts
get
on
pride.
Yeah, we should create something you can pass around the
cooking
office.
against
Yeah,
the chef here.
Right? Or a
I
pan
learned
or.
a lot.
It's a bust of my face
Oh,
and my hair.
But,
Yeah,
if I
A
ever
single,
get
a single
to see it again,
tear.
toilet seat.
definitely know
Yeah.
differently. And I'm looking forward to that. This is just a great time.
Nose will
Chef,
take your taint.
thank you so much.
Were you feeling relieved at this point that it's like over?
Yeah.
Or,
I showed up, I got
Congratulations
stuff
on
done.
being our
Thank you.
first
Wasn't my
ZLINE
best
Chef
work,
Challenge
yeah.
winner. What are your thoughts on the day?
I mean,
I was
I'll
proud that
tell
the
you,
steaks were
when I was
cooked.
talking with Matt earlier, he said,
Steaks look
oh,
good.
it's going to be so easy for you. And
I think
said,
we were
it's
all
never
really
easy
proud.
because
I mean, of
you
both
get out
of you,
there,
honestly.
You might
Like,
forget a potato, you might burn
this
something, you might lose
came
time,
together
you might break a
bad.
sauce, you might.
It's because of the equipment, really. Honestly, like you couldn't pull this off at just some
I
crappy
take every
old
little piece like
showroom or
really seriously. I try to have a
some
good time always, but
non-setup
always wanna make
showroom
sure
doesn't
I'm
have the
doing the right
firepower,
thing,
doesn't have the flow,
working my
doesn't have
technique,
all the
working
things
the
that we
plan.
need.
You know, you
So-
hope
Because
the
these
plan
are
made sense.
residential
Yeah,
appliances,
we
but
went
they
through,
were like
Matt's
so
first
fun to
dish
cook
really
on.
blew me
And
away.
like the
I was able to
BTOs.
show some pretty good
It's
stuff
kinda why
going
I'm
on
here.
there,
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah.
I knew that
I mean,
really
yeah,
wanted to
everything.
step it up on the
The
entree.
end result was
So it was a
professional
lot of fun.
on something you can put in your home.
Good tight
Yeah.
kitchen, good food, and we really
I definitely
enjoy
want
working
that
on these
that
appliances. I mean,
RA60.
that's what
It's so
we're here
big,
for,
but I was like,
talk
that thing
about.
is so
At
sweet. Like,
ZLINE,
you can cook so
there's
much
not
on
only
it.
great appliances, kitchen and bath, but they're also really forward thinking on the things that we show, you know, the things that I'm blessed
Mark,
and lucky
always
to be
the
called
consummate
ambassador for
professional
y'all.
in the
And
media
I just
training.
really love
Always.
the relationship that we're forming. I love
back.
the things that we get to do together, and whether I'm cooking or talking about cooking or talking about food or talking about the appliances, I'm really happy and lucky. So today was a great challenge, and it was a lot of fun. So I want to thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thank you. I think your passion reflected today.
Thank you.
Yes, we want to thank our competitors and our judges. This is the first ZLINE Chef Challenge, and stay tuned for the next one.
My clap walk off.
No, at that point, I was literally like, I could tell just cameras were switching. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm going to catch one of them.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
that
That was
a lot
fun
of
to watch.
No, that was cool. I'm excited to see.
Great job on the cut so far.
Yeah.
Good work.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining us today. This is just kind of a cool sneak peek behind the scenes of all the action. So definitely make sure you check out the full ZLINE Chef challenge on the ZLINE Kitchen and Bath YouTube channel. And thanks for joining us on the Appliance Educator Podcast today, Mark, Matt. It was great having you. Thanks,
Good
guys.
job. Till next time.
Yeah. Till next time.
This has been the Appliance Educator Podcast, brought to you by ZLINE Kitchen and Bath. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow @Appliance Educator for more tips and tricks and advice to keep your home running at optimal performance. If you have any ideas or topics you'd like to hear on future episodes of the show, leave us a comment. Appliance Educator, signing off.